Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. Something a little bit different today. We're going to be covering some news on some new products that have recently been announced. So Philips kindly took me out to Paris last week where they announced their new Evnia brand. This literally translates to smart thinking in Greek, and they're aiming to launch a new range of monitors and peripherals that are aimed without that aggressive styling that we generally see from typical gamer-esque products. So Philips are announcing 3 different categories in their Evnia lineup. So you've got a 3000, 5000 and 7000, which they're calling good, better and best. Really translates to semi-affordable, expensive, really expensive, to be quite honest with you. You'll see why when I give you the prices on some of the monitors, but most of these have a monitor and then you've got a mouse and keyboard, and some of them have got a headset as well, and they're available in June, so it's going to be a little while for those, but the monitors will be available between December and January. Let's start off with the monitors and their flagship product, which is going to be the 34M2 C7600WM. This is a 34-inch 1500R panel, 1152 local dimming zones, resolution of 3440 by 1440, 165 Hz, FreeSync Premium and Adaptive Sync. You've got HDMI DisplayPort. You've also got some USB hub options on there as well. Other things like HDR 1400, you've got HDR 10 on there as well. A very nice looking monitor, and it also has Philips AmbiGlow built into the back. Obviously Philips are really well known for their AmbiGlow products, so they've incorporated it into the monitors as well. And the pricing for that monitor is €2,069. I would say nice for the 69 on the end there, but that is a very expensive monitor, so it's going to be a case of, can we justify the price to the performance when we can actually get samples in to look at. The next one is the 34M2 C8600. That is a 34-inch 1800R, so even more of a curve. That's a QD OLED display with a 3440 by 1400 resolution. Again, offers up to 175 Hz. This has got HDR 400 True Black and also HDR 10. You've also got, again, HDMI DisplayPort, Adaptive Sync compatible, G-Sync compatible as well. Again, you've got the hub like the previous model, and then also AmbiGlow on the back. And that will be coming in at €1,849 and available in January 23. So a little bit of time to wait, and again, a very expensive monitor. Also in the 7000 range, you've got a 42-inch flat display. This is the 42M2N8900. This is a OLED 4K display, or 3840 by 21 by 60. That's HDR 10, 138 Hz, HDMI 2.1 DisplayPort. Again, it's got the hub that we've seen in the other models, AmbiGlow on the back as well. And that's going to be coming in at €1,959. So again, almost touching 2K for a display. January 2023 for that one as well. And also in their better range, they've got a 27-inch monitor, which is their 27M2 C5500W. This is a QHD or a 2560 by 1440p monitor, 240 Hz, HDR 400, you've got Adaptive Sync and also FreeSync, and that is going to be the more affordable one at €549. So that's obviously quite substantially cheaper than the rest. I think that one's going to be the most realistic that you guys will be interested in, and I shall certainly see if we can get one in to look at. To go with the monitors, we do have a range of peripherals as well. So the 5000 and the 7000 series do have a headset, and the specs for those are as follows. So for the 5000, we've got the TAG5208. These naming conventions are a little bit of a tongue twister, to be perfectly honest. I think it could have some better names, especially for the peripherals. This is a over-ear headset using USB 2 and also 3.5mm connectivity. And then you've got ear cups with RGB side lights and also controllable via AmbiGlow. And those will be available in June. So that's what I said about the wait that we're going to have for some of the peripherals. So a bit of a shame it's going to take for so long to actually have those available. But hopefully they'll be a little bit more affordable than the monitors will be. So for the keyboards and mice, we also have 2 ranges again for each. There's the 5000 and 7000 series. The naming conventions are even more closer together. So for example, the 5000 series is SBK 8508, and then the 7000 is SBK 8708. So rather than using the thousands, they've gone to the hundreds, just to confuse it a little bit more. It's going to be similar in function. You have got a wide connectivity on the 5000 series and a 2.4 GHz variant on the 7000. They both have RGB backlighting and side lighting. Also different lifespan on the switches. The Evnias do have 70 million in comparison to the Cherry that have 100. Both have detachable wrist rest, and you have 3 profiles to save on each of those. Full WinKey rollover, programmable keys. There's also some media controls on there, which I like as well. And then in terms of the mice, we have the 5000 and 7000 series. You've got RGB controls on both. There's 7 buttons on the 5000 series and 8 on the 7000 series. Slight changes with the sensors as well. So the 5000 has a 3389 PAW sensor, where the 7000 has the 3399, so that gives you a difference of 4000 DPI should you need that extra. And then again, 3 profiles of onboard memory for both, and both available in June. There is one little extra thing, just a mouse pad that's kind of RGB around the outside. It is flash proof as well, so that's always a good thing to have. It's the SPL 7508, a 920 by 320 millimeter mouse pad, aka XXL, and that will also be available in June. So hopefully I can make this into some kind of cohesive video. There was a lot of footage that I took. It's going to take me a while to get through, and the specs have just landed in my email, so I wanted to get this out as quickly as I could. I will link some articles and things for anyone that wants to look a little bit more in depth, and you can read about it and, you know, kind of visualize it a little bit better. But I'm going to do the best I can with this video and the footage that I have to make you guys something out of it. A few thoughts to just wrap up the video. I think the 5000 series is where it's going to be at, especially the 27-inch monitor sounds quite good for the price, 549 in euros, so that might translate maybe 520, 500, something like that in the UK. Obviously a little bit more for dollars, but the 7000 series, those monitors are ridiculously expensive. So hopefully we can look at the samples and see if it's actually going to justify the price. But there are monitors out there of similar specs for cheaper prices already. And the fact we have to wait till January and June for the peripherals, there's only going to be more technology that comes out in the interim that could offer even better specs for the same price. So time will tell. But I did have a little bit of hands-on experience, and I did enjoy the products that I did use at the time. But I would definitely like to see if we can get them in to look at and spend more time with them, because I need to obviously spend more than 5 minutes with them to have a more realistic experience and gather some opinions. But that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this little roundup of the new Evnia products that were announced last week. A big thank you to Philips for taking me out as well to see them. Really do appreciate it. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and ding the bell so you don't miss a video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.